who was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent.
He would do a lot of foul shit, like behind the scenes, he would do some foul shit, like.
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
Puffy was playing with your booty in Miami.
The courtroom is filled with anticipation. Journalists, spectators, and legal teams are present as the third day of Sean Diddy Combs' trial commences. Judge Arun Subramanian, court is now in session. We will continue with the cross-examination of Ms. Cassie Ventura. Cassie Ventura, visibly pregnant and emotionally strained, takes the stand.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said.
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know
He did it.
you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day?
I'm just not with all that 50 shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
She recounts the traumatic experiences during her relationship with Combs. Cassie Ventura, there were times when I felt like I had no control over my life. The freak-offs, the abuse, it was all orchestrated by him. She details the physical and emotional abuse, including an incident in 2016 at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, where surveillance footage shows Combs assaulting her. Combs, defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, attempts to challenge Cassie's credibility.
And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he's gonna get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take the but he won't you.
Diddy, to me, is the fall guy. We are still seeing a major effort to protect the big names, just like with Jeffrey Epstein.
Tell him the story.
Tell him the story. So we talking about rumors, right?
Yeah.
And we, when you Google his name, there's a rumor that pops up that he was Diddy's boy toy.
Oh shit!
Right.
Wait, so this is
so Charlamagne said
it's not true, but I told after he brought up this stuff with you, I said, you know what 50 gonna say when he meets you?
Oh no, I don't know that was going on.
You know,
I can't wait to run into him again.
What you gonna say to him?
Puffy was playing with your booty in Miami.
You know what 50 gonna say to you when he sees?
What?
I heard Diddy touch your butt.
Yeah. Wait till I see him. Wait till I see him. I'm like, yo. Yeah.
What's happening with Puffy? I know you're not really tapped in, but what
the last thing I saw was like a guy there. He was like, yo, he like pushed me into the truck. It really hurt. And he sounded me. I was like, yo, look, I could find other things to do for money.
Mark Agnifilo, Ms. Ventura, isn't it true that you continued to communicate with Mr. Combs even after these alleged incidents? Cassie Ventura, yes, but that doesn't negate the abuse I endured. Trauma can make you do things that don't make sense to others. The defense suggests mutual violence and questions her motives, implying financial gain from the lawsuit. During a recess, prosecutors expressed concern over Cassie's well-being, noting her advanced pregnancy and the emotional toll of her testimony. Prosecutor, Your Honor, we're concerned that the prolonged testimony may risk Ms. Ventura's health and potentially lead to a mistrial. Judge Subramanian, understood. We'll ensure the proceedings consider her condition. Outside the courtroom, 50 Cent takes to social media, expressing his support for Cassie and criticizing Combs. 50 Cent's Instagram post. Your Honor, this theory of Cassie kicking Diddy *, I'm not buying it.
You do a lot of foul shit. Like behind the scenes, you would do some foul shit. Like hating on, like doing things with people I done business with that he done business with. He would say shit that I was like, he said that to you?
Right.
I was like, yeah, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and niggas don't know what they like till they see somebody with it. So they want the girls after you're done with them and shit.
Yeah. Leftovers.
Yeah.
You take your leftovers. A lot of niggas have my leftovers.
I was not offended by what I was offended by. This is
wow, they found Kendrick and Whiteface.
You know, that's obviously doing shopping. They got the same outfit.
Yeah,
and
it's
wore
true.
it in public.
Yeah, that's a nice shirt. That was a nice shirt. All right, so when he said the shopping line, in real life, what did you say?
I said, let me get away from him. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, maybe I'll take you shopping and I get you some flash and you can give me the hood shit. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the wedding. I always say to myself, like,
it was someone's wedding?
It was Chris Lighty's wedding. It was in Miami. Nori's there. Nori knows this because I looked at him like, yo.
He shares AI-generated images mocking Combs' defense strategy, highlighting the public's growing skepticism. Prosecutors present items found during a raid of Combs' hotel room, including baby oil, lubricants, and narcotics like ketamine and MDMA. Special Agent Yassine Binda, these items were consistent with the activities described by Ms. Ventura and other witnesses. Cassie becomes overwhelmed as she recounts the psychological manipulation and threats she faced. Cassie Ventura, he once threatened to release intimate videos if I ever spoke out.
Like all these years, you've been the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said that you're a hater. They said you're crazy.
You do this, yeah. And now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting. There's all this shit that's coming.
50, you can't make jokes about it.
No.
The internet might come for you, bro.
All I'm saying is,
it might come from you.
You see it now. All of these complaints. People were damn, they were and pillaged. This was what was going on, right? And what do I get for I went through years of a hater. You're a hater. You want this and that. I'm just watching. Like I look at things and go, when you see the new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay, I go, oh shoot, like. Then I think about it, I go, that had to be there. So when I was saying that he was missing, he just wasn't actively being out there because they was dealing with that.
Wait, do you think there's truth to the Jay thing? There's no way.
Know, like that, look, you know, so, like if you say, I have this thing where I'm conflicted when it takes you 20 years to remember something happened to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I go, oh, so 10 years, 20 years later, that comes back. And it's like all of Puff's problems are coming from the ministers touching little boys.
What you mean?
The laws are the way they are because
because of the priests.
The priests touching little boys.
I lived in constant fear. She emphasizes that her lawsuit was not about money but about reclaiming her voice and seeking justice. As the day concludes, the judge addresses the court. Judge Subramanian, we'll adjourn for the day. Proceedings will resume tomorrow, considering Ms. Ventura's health and the gravity of the testimony. Reporters gather, discussing the day's events. Public opinion begins to shift as more details emerge. Reporter, with each passing day, the evidence against Combs mounts, and the support for Cassie grows stronger. This script provides a comprehensive overview of the third day of Diddy Combs' trial, highlighting the emotional testimony of Cassie Ventura, the defense's strategy, and the public's reaction, particularly from 50 Cent. If you need further details or specific scenes expanded, feel free to.
What is this guy trying to get?
I don't know. Like it's a simple suit situation, but it's like
20 mil. I can say it.
You still have to black his face out. You still have to mimic his voice because he's like.
But his voice wasn't even that different.
And a little deeper. I was like almost like, no, that's you, young buck.
Yo,
I almost felt like it was him. I almost knew who it was. You know what I mean? I was like, nah. You heard what he just said, right? He's like, yo, certain things they let it go by because it's Puff. Like they would look, like he would say stuff, and it's like he wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway. Now you see so much shit that you go, wait. No, this was visible.
He was in the hallway. We saw the video.
You saw that video. It comes out later. You're like, that's not the closet. That's the hallway. He didn't give a fuck. Like you could tell that he was already.
Nah, New Yorkers know. Because when Fab, he was like, "Yo, Fab, we ain't party." Fab was like, "Nah, we partying tonight."
He's like, no, like, but he didn't party.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, they let that one go. Like I had to say something about it later because I was like, oh, it was.